All right, today we're gonna walk through a hip mobility routine that I use daily. Helps a lot with a lot of lower back pain, loosens up your hips, really helps with squatting, a lot of other movements, not only when you're doing it in the gym, but in everyday life. Let's move around on the floor a lot easier. I have 2 little kids, so making sure I can play with them pretty well makes this much easier. So we're gonna walk through this routine together. So first you're gonna do, sit on the ground. We're gonna do our hip front raises. So with your feet straight out in front of you, we're gonna use our hands to brace ourselves. And we're just gonna lift our foot up as high as we can, okay? To make this easier, you can lean back further, use your hands to brace you. To make this harder, having a straight back with really good posture, so even going up against a wall would be a way to scale this. It's a lot more difficult. We're gonna raise our foot up 10 times on each leg. If you wanna make it even harder, you can set an object out in front of you to ensure you're getting high enough with your foot and just go back and forth and raise over that. Again, the better your posture, the harder this will get, okay? So we're gonna do 10 of each leg. Next, we're gonna do single-legged glute bridges. So I'm gonna go from the side first. You can see this angle. We're gonna set up just like so. You're locking your elbows, so when I'm moving and doing the movement, you won't see this at all, right? You wanna keep here, we're focusing on our hips. From 1 foot out, we're gonna go down and come up. Keeping your foot out here. Notice my elbows aren't coming up or down, okay? We're doing 10 of each side. We're gonna switch and lock out. We're trying to get as flat as possible from our chest down to our knees. Okay, show you this angle from the front so you can see as well. Again, 10 on each side there. Next, we're gonna lay on our side. We're gonna stick our lower foot straight out, go on an elbow here, tuck your other foot over the top, pull this leg as tight as you can, as it's comfortable, right? We don't want this down here, but pull it as tight as you can. We're gonna point our heel and raise here. We're gonna do 10 of this movement, okay? The reason I point my heel, if I don't, I find my legs a little bit bent and floppy, and we kind of come all around and up and down. So I keep my heel pointed and flexed, helps me get a straight movement and focus on the hips. Okay, I'll show you that movement from this side as well. So again, pulling this as close as you can, pointing the heel, and raising up that way. 10 from the one side, we're gonna flip and go from our other side. Again, using your elbow to brace you here. Pull this leg forward. If you notice, my right leg is much harder to pull up, so you might have some imbalances there with your hips. That's okay. Do the same motion, flexing our heel to ensure we kind of keep it in line there. Okay, next, it's gonna be heel clicks. So we're gonna sit in our 90-90 position here, okay? Keeping as best posture as you can, but again, your hip flexibility is gonna limit how good your posture can be at this point. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a lean so you can see what this looks like. We're gonna bring our left leg heel to heel. It's called a heel click, right? Notice my torso kind of moves with it as I go. Perfect world, right? You're not moving at all. This is much harder to do. So the better posture you can do, the better. But again, that really is determined by how well your hips are moving. When I'm coming down right here, I'm trying to land with my knee and my ankle at the same time, keeping this as flat as possible. We're not kind of coming down and, just like that. I'm gonna keep it nice and slow and controlled. I'm gonna flip the other side here, do the same thing. And again, it's okay to lean. It's okay to kind of move your torso to get this motion to work, okay? Next, it's gonna be 90-90s. So we're gonna line up in that same position here. Doesn't matter which side's first. We're keeping our knees as close to the ground as possible. I'm gonna lean back a little bit. Again, perfect posture is better, but do what you can. We're gonna flip and rotate our hips, touching our knees to the ground, okay? The goal is that your feet should not be moving, only your knees and your hips here. Okay, go slow. Make sure you're touching and hold that stretch. You might feel one side is tighter than the other. Make sure to hold it in that deep stretch. Okay, now we're gonna do some stretches with the 90-90s. So I'm just gonna turn so you can see me a little bit better here. But I'm gonna turn here and kind of tuck this in a little bit more. I'm gonna lean forward and push, and you're gonna really feel this in your front side hip that you're pushing into. Push until it becomes too much pain and hold. 3 to 5 seconds. Back up, catch your breath, feel some relief, and go back in again. 4, 5, come back up, and go back in again and drive through. You should feel this in your back hip on this side. Okay, do that about 10 times, 3 to 5 seconds each time. Gonna flip over, do the same thing. Come back up. And repeat there. Perfect. Last one we're gonna do, we're gonna stay in this similar position, this 90-90. I'm gonna sit just like this, and I'm gonna attempt to lift my back leg as high as I can. When you do this, you're barely gonna be able to move it at all. Okay, it all depends on your flexibility here, but focus, gonna lean forward and pull your hip up. This would be a good gauge of how loose you're feeling overall, maybe even that day before a workout. Do this 10 times, see how high you can get your leg here. You can pull it just to feel that stretch if you want to more, but really just, we don't want to be pulling it further than we're able to here. That'll really show you how much you can rotate your hips here. And again, flip to the other side, same motion. See how high you can pull this leg up. Do that 10 times. Okay, so there you have it. That's my daily hip mobility routine. You should try it at home. Thanks.